Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. So now in today's video we're going to talk about No Man's Sky, and I've been playing this game for a while and I'm absolutely having a blast playing it. So I thought about making a video on it. As the game comes under the sci-fi genre, there has been a lot of expectations when it actually came out back in 2016. The game had a disappointing launch as the game did not meet the hype behind it. You know, well, not every day does Sony advertise the game this much, come on. Like, people were excited about the game's launch, and a lot of people look forward to it as it was expected to be the next big thing for the sci-fi genre. Star Citizen was still in development. Well, that's a game I wish I could play in my lifetime. But anyway, No Man's Sky was a big mess when it launched. The reviews were so negative and the backlash was so bad that people started accusing Hello Games for fraud. Yeah, you probably would get an idea on how bad things were when your own fans start accusing you of fraud. So cases were filed, but devs eventually won the lawsuit as they did provide most of the things that were promised and just couldn't meet the expectations of people. Fast forward to 2022, the game is one of the most positively reviewed game in Steam and is considered to be one of the best sci-fi games available at the moment. Unlike some of the games that has been in development for the last 10 years. I'm not gonna name it, but yeah, you probably would understand which game I'm talking about. So how did this game make one of the biggest comebacks in the history of gaming industry? Just one simple answer: the devs. Good devs. Most games just get abandoned by the devs after the hype is lost and people just start dropping the game. We rarely see devs try to revive a game that had a bad reputation from its launch. Games are usually dropped in those kind of situations, especially multiplayer and MMORPG games. You probably would have heard different titles getting dropped. I've seen some recent games that are going to be dropped, and yeah, there's a lot of games that are in the same situations where the devs are completely lost interest in providing updates for the game or like improving the game. They're just completely abandoned them. But this is where I respect Hello Games for their work they had done on this game. They went silent after the lawsuit started and started working on the game. They fixed bugs, added new things, rolled out updates regularly, and the most important thing is that they also took the opinions of the community to improve their game. Well, that's it for the history of the game, and that brings up to our main question: is it worth playing now? Of course it is. In my opinion, this is one of the must-try games for sci-fi fans at least, and I would recommend it to anyone who'd like to play a game with their friends and family. The game is more of a casual than hardcore game, as it's super laid back and fun to play with, especially if you're playing with someone. There's a lack of PvP, but the feeling of exploring the vast universe is something you have to experience yourselves. The sense of achievement when you get after exploring and discovering planets and species is enormous. The chances of discovering something new are high, as it is nearly impossible to explore the entire game. Like, it's so big, it takes, you know, I don't know how long it would take, but you probably get the idea on how big the game is. And every planet has different ecosystems and designs from each other, which gives you the feel of exploration. Mining and harvesting mechanics in the game are decent as well. I wouldn't say top notch, but it's pretty decent. There are also tools that you could use to customize the terrain of a planet. There's also mechanics similar to treasure hunting, and it would take forever for you guys to explore a full planet. Yeah, so it's gonna take a long time for you guys to even, you know, get to see all of the places that this game has to offer you guys. The player guidance system is pretty decent as well, as it makes the life of new players way easier. Even though the game is titled as a survival game, the survival aspects of the game just fades out over time. Maybe the devs would add something that would make it more competitive for veteran players, I don't know, maybe in the future. There are also a huge variety of ships available, with tiers ranging up from C to S, and are affordable as well, as making economy in this game is not that hard. Which also brings us to the point that this game is not a pay-to-win game at all. That's something I really respect and like about this game. And the other thing is that the community of this game at the moment is really good, and my experience and most of my friends' experience have been really good with it. I've not seen a single toxicity in the community yet. Might be because of the lack of PvP, but to be honest, like, the community is super good for this game. Base building in this game is pretty decent as well. You could also build industries, farms that you basically like economies that you could actually sustain your money on. Yeah, those are kind of like the economy makers of this game, like one of the economy makers of this game. You can build as many bases as you want as long as you have the resources for it, and the resources are quite easily available. With that being said, the game might be a bit too laid back for some players, as there are no hardcore PvP experience, And this might be a bummer for PvP lovers out there. We can fight pirates, fugitives, but it doesn't give you the same competitiveness of real-time fights. At the moment, No Man's Sky only provides some stuff most current sci-fi games provide, but even though it does it better than others, it still lacks the uniqueness for itself. It will not stay as how it is at the moment, as devs are continuously working on improving the game. And from what we have seen until now, I don't think they have any plans to stop in anytime soon. So we can expect a lot of things from this game, but at the moment, the game is pretty good spot and has a major potential to be the best sci-fi game ever made. So well, that's it for today's video. Let me know what you think about No Man's Sky and what do you think should be added into the game to make it better. And also, if you guys did like the video, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, comment down below in the comment section, and please do support the channel. And that's it for the video. Peace out.